Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes, and the lovely Julia, who will be following shortly. Now, for some reason, the lighting in here seems to be a bit dull. I'm hoping it's not too dull where you are, but you may need to sort of see through the fog. Welcome and a good Friday to you. It's Easter. Now, I'm a bit confused here because I have to say I was a bit confused because I thought these restrictions about us being able to go to long places and go to places was going to be lifted after Easter. And yet we had them a week or so before Easter. So I am a bit confused, but I'm very thrilled and I'm very pleased. And I know that people have been out and about and visiting friends and doing things and all of that, which is marvellous. I know you have to be outside and you have to be in groups of 6 and all those sort of stuff. But it is fantastic to have those elements of freedoms again. And I hope you've had a fantastic and good Friday. I know I have. Went out with the lovely Julia today. We went on a walk and it's all edited up and it's all ready on the Board Explorer for tomorrow on Saturday. A lovely walk in the countryside. Of course, mostly it is all in the countryside with the heritage landscape and nature, but sometimes we go into towns and villages and things like that, and we may be doing more of that in the future. Anyway, how the devil are you? Are you well? Now, I just got to do a little bit of housekeeping here so I can keep an eye on when the lovely Julia comes in, and she will be here, but you know what it's like. She's got a young family and with a toddler, they're all over the place. So I will attempt to get through the roll call this evening and see how we get on with that. I know it's the lovely Julia's job, but I thought I'd give it a whirl and see how we go. So, lovely Julia is out there. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Station Master's Choice, who says, greetings, Richard and Julia. Greetings to you. Bonnie H is there. I wasn't expecting there to be a show tonight. It's Easter. Ah, yes. Well, you know, we don't stop for anything. We're like a snowplow. A snowplow only comes out when it's snowing, of course. There's no point a snowplow coming out in the desert when there is endless sunshine. So that was a bit silly. But anyway, I'm waiting for my hot cross buns dough to rise. Are you? Oh, that's what I should have been. Well, that's what we should have been doing. We should have had a live show making hot cross buns and chocolate eggs. That would be good. Has anybody actually eaten any chocolate yet for the Easter? I haven't got any chocolate. I was going to get myself one of those small Cadbury's cream eggs as my Easter treat. And I got as far as the till, you know, these self-service tills, and I tried to scan it, but the wrinkled up silver paper, or coloured paper, because it wasn't really silver paper, but you know what I mean. It just wouldn't scan no matter which way I turned this sodding egg up and down. And in the end, I just had to put it back because I couldn't be bothered to go and try and find another one which had it less crinkly. So I'm afraid to say, this Easter, I've got no chocolate. Oh, what a shame. Never mind. As Station Master's Choice says, Richard rarely misses Bonnie. Richard rarely misses Bonnie. We've even had a show on Christmas Day. Oh, rarely misses. No, it's not that I rarely miss Bonnie. I'm sure if Bonnie wasn't here, I'd miss her terribly. But that's not what he means. He means I rarely miss a show. Yes, if Christmas Day fell on, I think, didn't I do something on Christmas Day last year? I seem to remember doing something, but maybe I didn't. So there was that. Mark Burgess is out there. He says, I'm just minding the chip pan whilst the chips are frying for my dinner. Now, you may remember I did ask for people to send pictures in with them and their you've got Christmas on the brain now, Easter eggs. And it just so happens that Mark Burgess did just that, actually. So let's see if I can find it. Here we go. This is Mark Burgess and his Easter egg. Nobody else sent them in, but Mark Burgess is the top. You get to eat the Easter egg. That is the treat. So have a look. Here we are. Here he is, Mark Burgess and his dairy milk chocolate. Oh, lovely. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, it looks very nice. There's a better picture. And he's looking very happy that he's got a big milk chocolate egg. I wish I had one. As I say, couldn't get mine past the till. What a shame. That's the opening credits. We don't want that again. So, yeah. If anybody's got an egg there, why not email me, richard@vobes.com, a photograph of you with your egg, and we can play it in on the special Good Friday show. And here's a question. I was listening to Talk Radio. I don't know if you listen to Talk Radio on the national radio thing. And the Julia Hartley Brewer, not Julia Hartley, this is a different one, was asking this question. And I guess it's an old question, isn't it? When is it best to eat your Easter eggs? Do you have to wait till Sunday to eat them. So maybe I'm in with a chance. I could get one tomorrow maybe. Or do you have them on, can you have them from any time on Good Friday morning? And it depends how many of them do you have, and when do you give them? This was a dilemma that my ex-wife and I used to have with the children. When do you give the eggs? We found in the end we had to basically buy an egg a day. So that's 4 eggs they had to have, because there'd be Good Friday, there'd be Saturday, because Good Friday they've eaten an egg, Saturday they'll have an egg, Sunday they'll have an egg, and then there's the Monday, the Easter Monday, they've got to have an egg on that. So they might be varying in different sizes. Cool, blimey. The great thing was that we didn't buy each other eggs because, let's face it, the kids couldn't get through it, and they kept putting them in the fridge to keep them cool. And every time I went downstairs, I'd see all these bits of egg in little boxes and stuff, and I couldn't help but to... No one was looking. In the end, they couldn't eat them all. And the parents tucked in a bit. I don't know whether they watch this show, maybe whether that secret ever comes out, but that is a truth for you all to know. So it's very exciting, isn't it? I'd love to know what you do with your Easter eggs. How do you give your Easter eggs? Do let me know. Who else have we got there? Daniel Watkins says, evening all. They're not watching The Sound of Music, are they? Is The Sound of Music on? Is The Sound of Music on? Kerry Baldwin's out there. David Watkins, Clive Waterfall, Alison O'Brien, Judith, of course. The lovely Judith is out there moderating and making sure. She says, good evening. I'm watching The Sound of Music, but will sacrifice the last half hour for the Vobes. It's The Sound of Music on, blimey. Kathy B says hello, and Rasputin of Artington, good evening to you. What else? We've got Station Master's Choice. I think I've said him. There's a lot of conversation going on there. Colonel Craig Ratty, happy Easter to all the Vobesters and the Vobrettes, which is very nice of you. Thank you so much. Have you ever done any climbing over Easter? It'd be good to have a climber's Easter egg hunt. Now, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? You get one climber up hiding all the eggs a day before, and then you get a series of climbers going up to see if they can find the Easter eggs. Wouldn't that be good? I don't know whether that's been done. If it hasn't, then consider that copyright. A £5 to me every time somebody does it. Thank you very much. There we are. Look, I've got my Floating My Boat mug here. Looking forward to the next Floating Our Boat video, because hopefully they'll be in their new boat, which should be in about... Well, I think they're getting it in about 10 days. Very nice. Nice mug of hot Marmite. But let's not have a conversation about Marmite. I think the lovely Julia has arrived. It'd be lovely to see the lovely Julia. So I'm going to put my headphones on so we can find out if I can hear her. And we'll add her to the scene, which we do in a very special magic way, like this. And, she's a bit thin. I seem to have contorted you. I was trying to put the video back into its form after Wednesday's debacle with all the millions of people. So I may just have to stretch you out again. Hello, Julia, by the way.
Hello, lovely Richard. How are you?
I'm very well. You're looking radiant and nice and bright, whereas I don't know what's happened to my lighting. I feel like I'm slightly in the dark here. Never mind.
Dimmed them somehow by mistake.
Yeah, one of the bulbs may have gone. It could happen to anybody, you know. Oh, there we are. I've now just made you disappear completely. Hang on, I was just trying to... not quite sure how I widen you. Let's see if I do.
My eye is weeping a little bit.
Oh, is it? What?
Yeah, I just poked it by mistake whilst topping up my makeup.
Chopping it off?
Topping up.
Oh, topping it up. Yes, that's it. Hang on a minute. There we go.
I received a mild corneal abrasion on that eye a couple of nights ago. So
mild green, very liquid.
Very liquid.
Mustn't do any advertising on this. That would be terrible. So, have you had a good day? I was just telling the lovely viewer that we'd gone out for a lovely walk, and it was fantastic. We saw a horse, and we saw distant we saw cows close up.
We saw baby cows.
We saw some birds in the sky. But cyclists, few people, not many.
Yeah, we saw some geese. We saw some swans. Was it today you saw a rabbit, or was it the last walk we went on?
No, I didn't see a rabbit today.
No, it was the last one then.
Or anything. But there we are. Anyway, so I was halfway through the roll call on this Good Friday, and everyone seems to be in good form, which is rather nice. Actually, I need to scroll down a bit because I've asked. Did you remember I asked people to send in their pictures of them with their Easter eggs. And Mark Burgess did do just that, and I've just showed a picture of him. But alas, nobody else did. But I'm going to have to keep an eye on the emails because people may send them in. They may not. I'm just looking now. Nobody sent one in, so that's okay.
I must confess, I did buy an Easter egg for me, Chaz, and Elijah. And I might have bought, I think I bought all 4. One for Joseph as well.
Oh, lovely.
I bought them about 4 weeks ago when they first started coming to the shop. It was like 99p for each one. So I was like, grabbed them.
Yes.
And then and then I then really, it was about 2 weeks later, I really, really, really needed some chocolate.
So you ate them.
So I started eating mine, and then everyone else was like, "You're eating an Easter egg. Where's mine?" I was like, "Oh, here, have it." So we've actually had ours.
Oh, what a shame. So this is one of the questions I've been asking people is when do you hand the Easter eggs out and how do you do it? Because I'm sure everybody does all these things very different. It's like with Christmas, and when do people hand over their main presents? When are they allowed? Before breakfast, after dinner, on Boxing Day in July, or whenever it is. We know that our friend Matthew Holdsworth, for example, has gone off to have Christmas with his parents. He went off today to... Well, he said to me, if you remember in the SMT chat, he says going off for Easter to have Christmas because he missed seeing them at Christmas.
Oh, yes. Yes, sorry.
And I'm sure a lot of people were doing that now that they've been allowed, out. Although technically, of course, you're supposed to be in the garden. I wonder how many people have gone to see relations who actually spent that time in the garden with that cold wind whistling round. But you don't have to own up on this show, ladies and gentlemen.
When you asked about when do we eat the Easter eggs, apparently it's strictly on Sunday, according to our commented.
Oh, who says that?
I can't remember. I can't find it now because it was
strictly on Sunday. Ah, right.
On Sunday.
As I say, we used to give them to the kids on each day. Good Friday, Saturday. I mean, it meant that they had loads of Easter eggs, and then we would end up eating them ourselves because they got chocolate. By Monday they'd had enough chocolate, and they would just be residing in the fridge. Yeah, and so we didn't buy each other because we knew we'd be buying up the spares. So that's very nice. Sean Ford has sent in a video, but I haven't downloaded it. And Sean James Cameron sent in a video, but it's a bit late for today's show. I'm sorry to say. I've just seen the email box.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so they'll be on Monday, on Bank Holiday Mondays. I hope that's okay, guys. Thank you so much for that. Now, actually, talking of...
Do we have an echo? Although no one's saying about it now, but...
Were they saying about it? I could hear myself, but quite faintly coming back. I don't know whether it's because it's coming out your speakers again.
Well, I've turned my speaker right down. So
oh, right. You can still hear me, though.
I can still hear you.
Oh, good.
Is that sounding okay?
Yeah, it comes and goes. I reckon you must have got some noise cancelling that sometimes just gets out of phase. That's what I think it is. Let's see how it goes. I hope it's not intolerable. I hope it's not intolerable. Yes.
Intolerable. You've got it right first time.
Thank you very much. So anyway, just listen to Richard's scam call. Hilarious, says Sean Ford. Oh, yeah, that's right. After the reading show... I was just lighting the essay and getting myself all organised for tonight, and I thought I'd get some food inside me. And then the phone rang, the home phone. And the home phone only rings with scams because it's a number I don't give to... Well, most people get me on my mobile phone, basically. Or indeed, this phone, 07934746790, if you care to ring shortly. Don't ring longly.
Definitely don't ring Longley.
Yeah, he's a funny person, he is. Don't ring Lord Longleat either. Anyway.
No.
Yeah,
he passed away, didn't he?
Did he?
I think he did.
Oh, that's a sad situation. A number of people have passed away, actually.
Sadly, it does happen.
Over the years. I was just counting up everybody who'd ever died ever. I got into some astronomical number, and then I had to stop because I dropped one, pearled one, and knitted two. So my phone rang, and of course now I just pick up the recorder, and I recorded the conversation. I strung them along a little bit just for a laugh. If you haven't heard it yet, it's on the Board Explorer. I didn't know where else to put it. It's the one. The thing about it is, from me, is they're trying to scam me and get my money. I'm onto them immediately. So I think I'll get some money from them by recording them, putting them on YouTube with adverts either side. Lots of people watch them. They watch more people watch those than watch my normal videos. So I make more money out of the scam videos. That's why I keep doing it. So if that supports the Bald Explorer or helps to support the Bald Explorer, then, I'm
So
happy
be it.
happy for the scammers to support the Bald Explorer. It's a sort of an irony, really. Now, talking of that, we had something sent to us, ladies and gentlemen, in the week, which was very nice. Thank you very much. But it was a bit weird because the person who sent this item didn't leave a name and address or anything, just in an envelope. And I thought that's a bit weird. So I know whereabouts it was posted from because there was a postmark. It didn't go to detective school for nothing. So I thought, right, okay, we want to know who it is because we've no idea. And we're not going to tell you what it is. You've got to tell it because only the person who sent this particular thing will know what it is and various things about it. So, and also you'll be able to tell me where you posted it from. So we've got a few ideas of who it could be, of course, from judging from the geography of that area, but we're not going to give anything. And then if you get it right, if the person owns up, we will produce this item. How about that? Seems fair. Oh, what was that?
Someone coming in.
Oh, that's all right. I thought it's because it's in my ears up here. I thought it was somebody coming in the house, and as you know, I'm now on my own in the house, and every noise, I look about and think, oh my God, it's a thief or a burglar or someone with a great big kosh.
Someone with a big blue spanner.
Yes, somebody. Is it Judith? Judith sneaking in to bash me over the head. So yeah, keep an eye on the comments, so we'll find out what this thing is.
Chief Detective Vobes, lol, says John B.
Yeah, Chief Detective Vobes. Well, that's it. That's how we like to be. So,
oh, bless.
What?
Leonard Smith says it is the first anniversary of Lord Longleat's death on Sunday, 4th of April.
Oh, is it? How about that? You see, it's almost as if we were psychic. Yeah, maybe.
It's the instructions for the broken washing machine. Says Jeffrey Harrison.
Instructions for the oh yes. Oh yes, here we go. These came in. This came in. I think Ron, you did actually send this before. Now I've seen the picture a second time. Ron Langley, and Elaine White. What's your surname again? White Elaine. Oh God, I know it so well. Whitelock. There we go. Here we go. Look at that. There we are. Look at these lovely mini eggs. And I believe he said they're not actually technically for him. They're all for Elaine. I mean, they're all for the grandchildren. But how lovely is that? Look at that. Cadbury's mini eggs. Oh, if only. I was telling them how that I went to buy an egg and it wouldn't scan. It wouldn't scan. And so I put it back. It was a Cadbury's cream. Hang on. Where we go? There we go. Cadbury's cream egg. So I haven't got any. Don't feel sorry for me. Please don't feel sorry for me.
Sorry, would you like the tiny violin to play for you? Here we go. I don't know what song the violin would play.
It was very sad. Anyway, we've got over that. Judith says, with here truncheon, LOL. He was Lord Weymouth, not Longleat. That was where he lived. Oh, I see. Why do they keep calling him Lord Longleat then? If he was called Lord Weymouth.
Because he owned Longleat, I guess.
Oh, I see. Oh, well.
Leonard Smith says he was the 7th Marquis of Bath was also his title. And the Viscount of Bath. Says,
I was the 3rd Viscount of the kitchen sink. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you can set fire to it. If it's got a leaky tap, it won't get a light at all because water in the thing. Tish. Sean Ford has got a picture of him. Oh my God, I did ask, didn't I? Look at this. This is Sean Ford apparently eating something. Hang on a minute. I'll have to reread the because I thought he said it was. Yeah, he said it was eating something with Marmite, but that's not got Marmite on it. But he does look slightly possessed there. Whatever it is you're eating, Sean,
It looks like it must be tasty.
Yes, those eyes, those
He's
bulging
excited.
eyes. That is hilarious, isn't it? Brilliant. Thank you very much. Eating yogurt and marmalade. See, I misread it.
I was going to say, must be marmalade.
Yes, yogurt and marmalade. Now, on that note, let's have a better picture of that. There we are. Look, let's just see if I can zoom in a bit. Oh, is that though? Yes, lime. That looks like lime marmalade, and that's obviously a ghost's tongue. I mean, the yogurt. It looks like a tongue, doesn't it? Looks like a tongue that's been wrenched.
Strangely does look that shape.
Yeah, out of a ghost's mouth. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. On tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bernie has sent us a video, which is very nice. Richard McGowan is giving us a montage of his walk this evening. And we have music. And we want you to... There's a lot of guessing in today's show. You've got to guess the tune that we're playing in tonight's show. Raymond Laws has... It was one that came up last week. Friday night is music night, apparently, with the Mike Sam singers, who aren't here, and Raymond Law is in place. Benita has a cookery quiz, so there's more guessing. See what I mean? So there's lots of guessing in there. And Ian Dance has some art to show us. There's no guessing required in that one. So that's all very good. So the object, it's a bit like the object, what's in the box, only I haven't got it in a box. It was in an envelope, but... the envelope's in the other room, I'm sorry to say. So there's an item, but anyway, the person who sent it will be able to tell us, and I'm sure that person must be out there. It's got to be one of you lot, because otherwise... So as soon as you tell us what it is, if it's the right thing, we'll get it out, as they say, as the actress said to the vicar. And the bishop wasn't...
Oi.
Yeah, the bishop missed out on that one. And we've got the cooking quiz, and then we've got the music, so you can guess the music at any time. So Julia's got to have hawk eyes this evening, keeping an eye on the comments to make sure whichever the guess is the right guess comes to the right object. But I think we should get off with a video, and I reckon we've been waiting for this. We're going to Sewage Castle, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea, unless it's a sewage farm. Sewage Castle. What could it possibly be? But we've all been very excited. So Bernie is there in the video box with his video on Sewage Castle. Let's have a look.
I'm not sure that should be there. But we ain't going to interfere with them. And obviously felt it was a nice place to camp for the night, so there we go. But you know, on a lovely morning like this, I ask you, what could be more pleasant than a walk along the seafront, eh? This is the Harbour Reach terminus of the Dotto train on days when it doesn't go down to its terminus at the South Harbour. And there, right in front of us, is the Sewage Castle, which is actually the wastewater treatment works built to replace the original little plant that was here, which the two cottages were connected with that they knocked down. They say that there is probably getting on for 3 times as much below ground as you can see above ground here. Now, as I say, it's called the Sewage Castle. Some people call it the Poo Castle, but I think Sewage Castle is quite a name. And you'll see how it is built almost like a crenellated dwelling, and that's because they they can't actually disguise all the smells. It was designed to fit in with the coastal defences, the Martello Towers and the redoubt and what have you, so that it wasn't a complete eyesore as you came along here. In its way, I think it's quite nice. But the smell. And there is a distinct difference between poo and rotting seaweed, as anybody who's been to Worthing in years past will tell you. We can get a better view of it from here. And it's, like I said, I think it's rather nicely done. So, we've been to the Sewage Castle, and now beyond. Ooh. It's right where the sun is, but as you can see, there's another fishing boat heading out there. Sure, what a shot! Straight into the sun's reflection on the water. And you know what, because I can't see, we've probably missed it. There you go. You can't have everything. This lot of buildings here is new to me. New block.
So there we go. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Bernie. We finally got to see what the Sewage Castle was. And I was trying to work out what the date was. I'm getting that feedback again now.
Oh, should I put my headphones on?
Do you mind?
Although my headphones have had a fatality.
Oh no, what's happened? Oh gosh, what happened to them?
I'm not sure. I think they've just been knocked too many times, but they have actually been glued twice now.
Well, we need to fund you some headphones.
So I'm going to look like a bit of a wally having it hanging like this, but what can I do? Here we go. Pluggings getting ski.
We'll get you some headphones. We can't have that. We can't have that. Plus the fact you're now able to actually join me in the studio. Legally. But of course, we're still getting feedback in a
Well, that's weird. But it's not me then.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. It's very, very distant.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah, so legally you can, but of course it's not always convenient for you. What you need is gaffer tape. That's what you need. Gaffer tape's the best thing for everything.
Got some in the other room.
We'll do something and let you escape to gaffer tape it up. Anyway, are you all right? Can you survive?
Yes.
Okay, marvellous. So legally you can, but now you reckon you've got a day of a week that you can come into the studio and be back here, so we don't have all these technical issues.
Yes.
When would that be? that was the lead in. That was for you to say.
I know.
Yes.
Yes, Monday.
Thanks. She's
Monday.
a woman of few words. Monday.
Yes. I'll be coming in on Mondays, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no, lovely. We look forward to that. So there we go. And so does that start this Monday coming?
Yes.
Bank holiday Monday?
Yes.
Excellent. Well,
yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the yes girl now.
Yes. Marvellous. That's very good.
Yes.
So now, here we go. Dave Samuel sent in a picture just now, and here is the question. Is it a lamp or is it an egg?
Ooh. That's cool. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Is it an eggy lamp?
I'm assuming it's not just an egg-shaped thing just in Photoshop that's just been stuck onto a picture of the laptop. I'm assuming it's a real thing that's sitting there. It must be a lamp. Must be an egg-shaped lamp, isn't it? Because actually near the bottom you can just see that there's a sort of orangey, brighter patch than the rest of it.
It's like it's one of those mood lamps, isn't it, that change colours or something?
Ah, yeah. So are you saying that Dave is angry because it's red?
No, it's
It
just
goes
mood
with
lighting.
mood light. It would be good if people had a mood lamp that you could see immediately what kind of mood that person is in, so you didn't say anything flippant. It would be useful for me, who may not always know. It's like, oh, yeah, someone's in a very dodgy, they've had a bit of a basin full the night before,
Well,
and they've had enough of life, suicidal mood, and you think, oh, I just won't mention where the razor blades are kept.
yeah, it's funny that, I mean, it'd be nice if we could all, see more instantly, what people are deeply feeling. But that might cause issues in itself, mightn't it? Because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm not feeling like in a good mood, if I acknowledge it or if someone else acknowledges it, it makes it harder. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose it does. I don't know.
Anyway, the grass is always greener, so
The grass is always greener, that's right. But
on the
sometimes,
other side,
yeah, but is it? When you actually go over to the grass and you have a look, sometimes
usually no,
it's
got
not
just as
always.
much turf underneath as soil underneath as anywhere.
Exactly. And green grass is just as liable to burn off in the summer as brown grass. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Harrison reckons that this makes him a lord. I'm not quite sure how this works. He's going to have to tell us about this. Lord Jeffrey Harrison, this certificate asserts the legal right to assume the honorific title Lord Jeffrey of Horgan Manor. Furthermore, wonder where furthermore is. Lord Jeffrey Harrison shall be assigned and dedicated land within the Hugun Manor Estate, Cumbria, in England. The assignment number is, there it is, write that down, we can all pretend to be him, existing under the laws. I mean, is that just made up, or is that a real thing? Lord's titles. I mean, it looks very nice, doesn't it? There's a...
No, I'm quite well aware you can buy lord and lady titles.
Can you?
And
You can buy
yeah.
them?
Yep.
Why would you...
Yep.
Why? I mean, what does that... If you can
Well,
buy
it's
them, it
novelty.
takes...
It's like buying a square patch of the moon, isn't it? In a way. Is it not? Yeah.
Yeah, a square patch of the moon. But how useful is that if you can't go?
Well, it's not useful, but it's cool to say, hey, I own a piece of the moon. Or, you don't actually, but...
I don't understand. Why would anybody want to do that? Because what does that? What benefit do you have? I mean, other than saying, "Well, I own a bit of the moon," but anybody could say, "Well, I own a bit of the moon. I own Mars and Pluto, by the way, and I've got a flag on Pluto." And I tell you what, I've got on my Uranus, but we won't go down to that.
No, let's not. No. Oh no, that doesn't work when I've got headphones on.
This is Lord Bath. This is the bloke who passed away, isn't it?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, and I guess that is at Longleat.
It looks like it.
And all those windows.
I've still not been to Longleat.
Have you not?
No, never.
I want to go there and push these little chaps at the top off. And these little blokes.
That's random.
It would be fun, wouldn't it, go up there?
You vandal.
Well, obviously I want a rubber one or one on a bungee. That would be nice. Bung it on a bungee and then it can sort of float back up.
How about chuck a Cadbury's cream egg off the top?
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's or what about a real egg? That would be quite good. That would splatter on people. Thank you for the pictures, by the way. It's nice that they're coming in thick and fast during the show. And this is the egg. Linda Kane says this is the egg that she was given this year.
If only. Isn't that what do you call it?
Is that a Fabergé?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't know, but it looks that kind of ornate thing, doesn't it?
It's almost like Cinderella's, at the end when she won't.
Oh yeah,
go
her
to
carriage.
her carriage. That's it. So the pumpkin turns into the carriage.
Oh, it's very fancy, isn't it?
Very fancy. I wouldn't mind one of those. But can you eat it? Is it made of sugar or something? Tasty. No, I think it's made of silver, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Linda Kane is rather an eccentric, but Lord Bath with all his wifelets. And she says, yes, it is Fabergé. Thank you very much, Linda. If ever you find that it's just gathering dust and is in the way, just I'll find a place for it, just so you know.
Just Just so you know.
Just so you know, it's always nice to let people know if they've got the odd Fabergé egg lying around. They really don't know what to do with it. They could send it to the Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi, which would be good. Sean James Cameron has been gnawing away at his Easter eggs on all of them on Good Friday. He's having a good snooze there. Let's look right up his nose.
He's had a chocolate overdose, and now he's snoozing merrily.
Yes, I was hoping he'd be COVID it, but he's not. That was a bad joke.
That was a terrible joke.
Terrible joke. But thank you, Sean. Yes, that made us laugh. Too many champagne. Oh, he says here too many champagne Easter truffles. Nice. Now, nobody sent us Easter truffles. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this mysterious object that nobody's owning up to, so we won't be displaying it until you own up. It's not Easter champagne truffles. If only it was. If only it was.
Apparently, according to Ramibu, she has been requesting you, to go to Longleat for the last 2 years.
Oh, yes. I think that her great-great-granddad lives there. She's Lisa claims all these people as if they're her own wonderful personal descendants. But I often have a joke with her about it because many people have the same long down descendants. She knows I always poke a little bit of fun. But I think it's quite nice for people in America to sort of imagine they own a castle over here. Because I think I think Ramibu believes that the castle should be hers. And quite rightly, I think it should.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think she should come down and make the claim. You say, wait a minute, look, I've done my bit of not heritage, what is it when they do their ancestry? I've done my ancestry, and I am the 15th in line to the throne, thank you very much. I think I should have Longleat. And I'll have a long drive to it as well. And you can come along and pick up the leaves. I always used to think it was called Longleaf.
I think we've got our resident ancestry lady in today, haven't we, Kerry Baldwin? I'm sure I saw her in there. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Kerry would know. Kerry probably knows every ancestor that's alive or dead. Anyway, so that's that. We got through that. Shall we? Has anybody guessed our music, by the way?
I don't recall they have.
No musical guest. All right. Well, we'll come to musical guests in a minute. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a guess, another guessing game. This is from Bonnie. Bonnie is going to be doing some cooking, and she's making something, or cooking or baking or something like that. And we got to guess from the ingredients, and I'm going to show you the pictures what it is that she is cooking. Clever idea. Show the ingredients. You guess what is cooking. If you get it right, Bonnie is coming round to your house, whatever part of the world you're in, and she will cook it for you. That's what she didn't say in the email, but that's what I said. So let me have a look, see if we can find it. Here we go. So viewers might like to guess what's being made in this series of photographs, and she's going to send me, I've actually got the results. So I'm just going to send them, I'm going to show you in the order I've got them here. I don't know if this is the correct order because sometimes when you send things by email, it goes a funny way. So here is the first couple of things. So if I've got them in the wrong order, Bonnie, I apologise. So I don't know if you can work out what that is.
Is that butter and brown sugar or caster sugar or something?
Oh yeah, could be, couldn't it? There we are. Hang on, I can zoom in a bit. Knobs of butter, and as
kind of looks, or it kind of looks like banana.
Oh, could be banana. Okay, let's. Are you guessing at home?
We haven't got any guesses yet.
So that must be the mix of whatever that was that we just saw mixed up, which looks like
nice crumbly kind of.
Yeah, it does. It looks, or a fudgy. Oh, an egg is going in.
That's just egg yolk as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, egg yolk. No, what do you call a white
specifically?
Bit? Oh, the white.
Oh, you genius, you.
Oh yeah.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, egg, and toffee. Or fudge.
Making cookies, chocolate chippy cookie type things, maybe.
We've got guesses coming here: cookies, banana cookies, butter and brown sugar, ginger biscuits. Says Mark Burgess. The crumbles. says John B. This is where all of that must have been whipped up to make some form of chocolate mixture. So brownies, says chocolate brownies.
My mouth is watering. That's all I know.
I know. And
Chocolate.
Chocolate powder. My goodness. Where would we be if they hadn't discovered cocoa or cocoa?
Is it cacao?
Or,
I don't know.
Big cow. Then some more. What do you suppose that can't be cocaine in with the sugar in the thing? Is it icing sugar maybe?
Yeah, icing sugar
Icing
probably.
sugar.
Or it wouldn't be flour, would it?
And that's what's happened to it when it's solidified. Or is that separate?
No, that's the chocolate chips to go in the cookies.
Oh,
yes.
that's the chocolate chips. Look at those. And that looks like
double chocolate chip cookies, I think.
And that must be dark chocolate, I'm guessing.
Looks it.
And that was like something weird.
Is that those Demerara sugar chunks or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or is it dried fruit?
Oh, it could be. Yeah, absolutely. Powdered sugar, hash brownies. Mark Donny McLeod says ginger. Linda Kane says ginger, chocolate and banana crumble cake, says Elaine. Ginger chocolate fudge cake, says Station Master's Choice. That's obviously the mix with the lumps of ginger, if it's ginger in there.
Mark Donny McLeod is doing the Homer Simpson impressions right now. Cookies.
And that's the finished item. I'm sorry it's on its side. But that looks lovely, doesn't it?
Fantastic.
And this is a second, well, what's left over, I suppose. Or this is what happens when you've eaten it, and 8 hours later, you need to know.
And there's the crumbs.
And here is the ingredients. Did we get it right? Butter, light brown sugar, 1 egg, melted chocolate, cocoa powder, self-raising flour. Oh, it was self-raising flour, not icing. 1 tablespoon of salt, chopped chocolate, and crystallized ginger. And so there we go. That was it. And now if I look at the other email, I'll actually find out I think people have probably guessed it. Cookies, looks delicious.
Yum chocolate loaf, says Ramibu.
And the result, oh yes, chocolate and crystallized ginger biscuits is what it was. And here is the pictures.
Wow.
They look lovely, don't they?
Yum, yum, yum. I really fancy some cookies now.
Yeah, so, and as I said, the mysterious object that came to the Vobe show by post was actually these items that Bonnie had cooked for us. And unfortunately, Julia and I ate them earlier today. If only that were true.
Yeah, if only.
It wasn't those. But no, how lovely is that? Bonnie, that was brilliant. If anyone would like to set up a little quiz like that, a cooking quiz, ingredients, or name that flour, name that tune, want to, something like that. If you've got an idea, just send it in. And it's great fun. Everyone had a lot of good fun out there, apart from John B., who's on a diet. And I'm trying to reduce my sugar intake. That's why I haven't got any Easter eggs or anything. I don't want to upset anybody.
By the way.
Yes, by the way.
Ramibu,
yes.
aka our lovely Lisa, she says, I would think it would be funny to take up your dare and go knock on the door and say, I'm a descendant. Let me in to have a look around.
I think, sometimes if you just did that, if you said, look, I am a descendant of da-da-da-da-da, and here is a bit of paper that proves it, any chance I could just have a look round and see what I've missed out? I reckon, especially if you were American and you've come over, I reckon some of these lords and whatsits would actually would open their doors and let you in whilst they call the police. No, I think if you've got the audacity to do it, I think that that could happen, because it's not the excuse that most people would have. Most of them, would be not that inventive, I don't think. Bonnie says, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Absolutely. I'm guessing more of a pound cake where the dough is interchangeable to use for cookies as well. A pound cake? Is that like a pound of? Do you mean by weight, a pound of cake? or a cake that's in some form, like is that what it's called, a pound, and you can. It's like in a substance. You can make it into a cake, or you can make it into cookies, or you can make it into. It's like you make a raw ingredient that you can turn into a number of things. Maybe that's what she means. The recipe came from the Financial Times, and the ingredients cost a fortune, says Bonnie. Well, we won't be doing that on the Vobe show. So tuck in on those, and I hope... Were they nice? That's the big question, Bonnie. Were they nice? Were they delicious? We must know.
They were.
Yeah. That would be good. Sean James Cameron, quick off the mark. Name that flower. Are you ready? Can anybody guess? There's no prize. Well, you get one of Bonnie's cakes, but you have to go around to her house and collect it. Can you name this? There's a silence because it's like, yeah. No,
I certainly can't.
No, I know. And I was suddenly thinking, oh, yeah, wait, we don't hear the audience. We have to wait for them to type. It's like waiting for loads of people to go, oh, yes, is it irises or something?
Linda Kane reckons periwinkle.
Oh, is it a periwinkle? Dog violets, says...
Bonnie H says dog violets,
Oh, there's going to be a punch-up now. Lily of the
Sean
Valley.
Paul says Lily of the Valley.
Oh, fantastic.
Any more takers?
It's definitely violet in colour. That much we can get. Does Sean James Cameron know? Oh, hang on, I've got actually what it is. Is
anybody right?
Sensible Paul has got it right. Sensible Paul, night scented stock. He says, sow the seeds now outside, and it is the most beautiful scented flower which comes out in the evening. I'll send you a packet of seeds for the front garden. Oh, do. Andrew Norris sent me a load of seeds last year, and I planted them last year. And there are little things that I don't recognise coming up. I've got to go and see the doctor about that, and he says there's some cream and you can rub it well in. But no, there are little signs, although I have to say, and I know Julia warned me, a lot of my mint is coming up in unusual places, like everywhere.
I only reiterated what Richard Suggett said. He said, don't plant it in the ground because it will take over.
Yeah. Well, that's
and
all
I
right.
said, yeah, I can vouch for that.
It's quite nice going around pulling it up because your hands, I love the smell of mint.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And also, every time I boil potatoes, I shove them in it. Not in the potatoes, I mean in the water going around the potatoes.
You slice open each potato and stick a leaf in it.
Yeah, it's very nice. So, what does Bonnie say there? Anyone know hairy bittercress? We've been seeing dead nettles, haven't we? Since we discovered what they were, we've been seeing them everywhere.
Thank you for teaching us that.
Yeah, that was great. Station Master's Choice says night scented stock is a lovely perfume. Plant it under the bedroom window. I wonder if it helps you sleep. Are there now? Here's a question. I mean, that is a question, but here's an extension to the question: is there a plant like that actually helps you sleep? If you are somebody who suffers from abnausea. What is it when you can't say
insomnia?
Insomnia. So if you're one of those obnoxious people who suffer from insomnia,
I'm obnoxious and insomniac.
There may be a plant that gives off a scent that helps you sleep. Something soporific.
I quite like. I've got honeysuckle in the garden.
Sage in the tea. Sage in a tea will knock you out in minutes. Sorry, Julia.
How'd you see that?
Sean James Cameron says that sage into a tea will knock you out in minutes. There we are. You must try that. Go on, Julia.
We were talking about the aroma, the scent. Yeah, honeysuckle. I've got a honeysuckle out in my garden, and when I'm in my eldest's room, sometimes in the evenings in the summer, you can smell it drifting in, and it's lovely. But I absolutely love jasmine. I believe that's another evening scenter as such, where it's most smelly or nice smelling then. But yeah, I absolutely love jasmine.
You can
I'd
imagine
love that underneath my window.
You can imagine that those potent flowers, scented flowers, were the ones that they would have picked for the old-fashioned nosegays when you were walking through the streets of London and the place was full of awful smells. You know, go past the old tanners and you got the smell of urine, very strong smell. And you could stick that nosegay up your hooter, and very good, very nice, which is great. CBD has disappeared. I don't know what that was.
CBD oil.
Yeah, what is that?
It's basically cannabidiol. It's basically a derivative of cannabis.
No wonder they sent him off then.
It's the oils. It's you can get prescribed it here in the UK.
Oh, I
Although
see.
they don't really. You tend to have to go and get it yourself from the internet. I've not tried it, but I think it's probably something that I should try at some point. Let me know how it goes, Sean.
Albion 88 Ray says avoid wisteria. It takes over and needs a chainsaw to cut it away. And it's lovely.
Oh, but it's so beautiful when you've managed to get it on an arch.
It is beautiful. Hang on, let's take this call. Someone calling in. Hello, welcome to the show.
Sean from London.
Sean from London. There's a
Very
voice.
quiet there.
Hello, Sean.
Hello. Just a warning. I don't drink, but I've had half a bottle of red wine.
Have you?
Oh.
Is that so? It wasn't the truffles.
I did a job for somebody, and she said, "I'll just go in and get you something for it." And rather than coming out with a few pounds, she came out with a bottle of wine.
Lovely. So you're a bit sozzled now. Wine will probably knock you out overnight. Mead will get you to sleep.
I don't drink, so it's gone straight to my bare boots.
Well, I don't drink. There's three of us who doesn't drink. I wonder if that's catching.
CBD oil.
Yes.
You can get it from Boots and places and all high street
Pharmacists.
drugstores.
Right. Drugstores. Do you mean dispensing chemists?
Superdrug.
Yes. Drugstores is an Americanism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sort of
Superdrug,
Pick.
pick.
Superdrug and Boots.
Yes, dispensing. Boots
Says
always used to
pedant.
put, didn't they, underneath it? It always used to say dispensing chemists. I like that. I think that's very nice, very old-fashioned.
Well, if you watch the film Brief Encounter, apparently Boots used to have a library section.
Oh, did it?
You can go and buy it. You can go and get your books from Boots.
But could you buy things to put on your feet?
Yes, while you're reading the book.
While you're reading the book, you could get a pair of boots at Boots.
Yes, there's a scene where she goes in and she says, "I popped into Boots to change my book."
How interesting. There you go. What a lovely
But
thing.
just for Julia, she so that you put the oil underneath the tongue, and you only put about 23 drops of it, and it sends me off to sleep within 10 minutes, and you get into a really deep sleep really quickly. The only side effect is sometimes you can have lucid dreaming.
Well, it's a drug. If it's cannabis, though, isn't it? It's derivative of cannabis, is it?
They've taken out the hallucinating part of it.
Right. Is it a bit like LSD? Whatever the hell that is. I always used to get LSD mixed up with LEDs, and I put them in
I've
my
never done that,
lights.
so I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
I'm a good boy, I am.
I'm boring. I've never taken any drugs in my life.
I haven't either.
Bonnie
This
H is asking, did he say 2 to 3 drops or 23?
23.
Oh, gosh, that's a lot of
23.
drops.
So you put it under the tongue, and you can feel your body getting heavier and heavier, and you just go off to sleep. And I've found that it's actually helped my anxiety, because I've been having chest pains for 3 or 4 years,
Right.
and I've been convinced that there's a heart attack coming on.
Yeah.
But I've been in and they've checked and the heart is fine. And I just happened to have a bit of a flutter this week, and somebody said, "Oh, that's anxiety, that is."
So what are you anxious about, Sean? You can tell us.
I think I'm a bit anxious about the world getting back to normal, to be honest.
Oh, so this is in the last 12 months then, this sort of this pandemic thing.
Yes.
That's are you just generally, can't get my words out. Are you generally anxious?
No. But the lockdown has taught me that what I really want is to be in a cabin in the woods with a fast internet speed and the peace and the quiet. And now that London is starting to get busy again, and I've heard from a few friends of mine, quite a few people are feeling a bit anxious about life returning back to normal, even though my life hasn't really changed because I have the plot and the YouTube channel. But it's just the overall noise.
No, I agree with you. I mean, my life hasn't changed at all during apart from not being able to see as many people or do videos with as many people, but I've not stopped. And luckily, I've been very lucky that I earn my living through YouTube, and it's been a useful thing for people, and they've helped, and they donate. It's not like I work for an employer who said you've got to be furloughed, stay at home, or we're not going to pay you anything. So I've been lucky like that. But I know exactly what you mean. The thing that I have been aware of, that during the lockdown, of course, driving about or walking was a slightly different experience, because either you had the stress of people seeing you, turning their back on you, or backing into a hedge on many occasions. I've had people at the early days when they thought this pandemic was the Black Death. You had that. Or you had...
And also, because I went to the shops this afternoon, and I noticed people have got a very short fuse at the moment. And literally, while I was checking at the self-checkout, over the course of 2 minutes, an argument erupted because he didn't want to pay 20p for a plastic bag. And it ended, as I was leaving, it ended on the words of, "If you don't shut up, I'll put a bullet through your head." And I thought, I'm getting out of here.
London doesn't appeal to me at all, I'm afraid.
I can understand how things escalate really quickly.
Yeah. I think stress, like a world stress or a country stress, is a palpable thing. I do think that you can feel, even if you can't see it, you can feel, and I've definitely felt waves of it as you go to at certain points. People approaching the supermarket in the early days, you felt everyone was looking at each other and was sizing you up, and you could feel that.
The one thing I haven't been able to do for quite a while is go out to the countryside and film. So I want to do another section of the London Loop.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
But I don't want to go and do it, because the last time I attempted, I counted 500 people in the woods.
What were they all doing?
And I felt more on edge about putting my camera, and just to explain to everybody, you put your camera somewhere and then you run down the field and then you walk back in order to film yourself.
Yes.
I'd be scared somebody would pinch the bloody thing.
Yes. No, well...
Too many people in the woods. They all need to go back to bloody work.
It's been a curious year, isn't it? Anyway, the LSD that you stick up, the CB, what's it called? The CBBs?
CBD.
CBD you shove under your tongue.
CBD oil.
And it's available from dispensing chemists everywhere.
All good bookshops.
All good bookshops, which now also sell drugs. Thank you for that, young fella.
Speak to you on Monday?
Yes, do. And don't be anxious over Easter.
Well, you might have to send me an egg to calm me down.
Yes, we'll send you something.
I'm sending you hugs, though, Sean.
Julia's sending you hugs.
I'll send a little gift in the post for the two of you.
Oh,
it'll be something long and red.
Long and red. Oh, lovely.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. That must be what the seeds look like, I'm supposing. Anyway, let's have a video, shall we? Edward Moulding says, think of what our nation stands for: books from boots and country lanes, free speech, free passes, class distinction, democracy and proper drains. John Betjeman. Lovely. Thank you for that. We're going to go into the video library, and Richard McGowan has sent us a version of his walk today, which I'm very much looking forward to having a look at. Oh, sorry. It was a lovely walk. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, very quick.
Maybe everybody else would like to watch it. Let's share it with everyone. Where are you? You're somewhere on the dial. Here he is. lovely. Didn't that look lovely? Lovely to see the hawthorn, the blackthorn there. And also, it was. I'm very envious that you were able to recognise those lovely birds. You're right there, Julia.
Yeah, sorry, I still had you muted.
Oh, right, fair dues. Sorry, I was just saying how lovely it was, and how we were envious that Richard McGowan can name those
Identify
birds.
the birds. Yes, very, very much.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to be told what they are.
Yeah, and it looked absolutely delightful. And that hawthorn, there was a little path. You had a picture there of a path. And funny enough, it just looked like where we went today as part of our walk today, which will be in tomorrow's video. So thank you so much. That was really nice. And they're up in Cumbria somewhere, so I'm not quite sure exactly where that was, but it looked a beautiful walk and a beautiful day. Now, somebody's been trying to keep it secret from us today that a certain person has a birthday, and we do have our spies out there because this certain person has a friend whose name is Gareth, and Gareth has made this person this cake. And I believe it's Jeff. Happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday.
Jeff.
99 today. It's amazing. So, and look at that. There's 99 strawberries. I think they're strawberries. Or what's the other one? Raspberries on that cake. And the great thing
that
is,
looks delicious.
Jeff is getting into his car and driving straight over to Worthing, apparently, to share the cake with us. I don't think.
It does look amazing. Is it plums on top?
It could be. Let's just zoom in. Look at that. What a friend, though, to make a
It's
cake
like proper
like
whipped
that.
cream and everything.
Oh, lovely.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. Well, there we go. And that was sent in by Jeff's partner, who told us about that just now. Came in by the old email. If you want to send an email into the show, richard@vobes.com is the email address. It's quite nice that people send in these things. We can add. The show and the style of the show is growing all the time.
Yeah, I think apparently they're cherries.
Oh, well, they're
Everyone says
cherries. Oh, yeah, of course. They look, actually, as soon as you said that, they look like cherries. Yeah, brilliant.
They do.
Absolutely lovely. Right, we've got this piece of music, ladies and gentlemen. We would love to show you. Now, this is, Raymond, who was playing. What was some of the songs that he played for us before? He played us. A lot of those songs. I've got it written
What's the
down
last
somewhere.
one? Was it Streets of London?
I can't remember any of them. You
I
know
can't
what I'm
remember
like?
either.
One was Pink Floyd, wasn't it? Was it a Pink Floyd number or somebody's like that? That rings. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, he's done Crazy.
Pale shade of grey.
Whiter shade of pale.
That's it. Crazy something or other. Crazy, whatever that one was.
I'm crazy for feeling.
And Rock You. We will rock you.
Rock you.
Bread in the oven. Oh, then that was me reminding myself I had bread in the oven. I thought that was a song. Bread in the oven. I baked the bread in the oven. I made half a dozen of
I
bread.
forget the bread in the oven and I burnt it all.
I think you're thinking of King Alfred, didn't he? He had cakes and he bread. A whiter shade of pale. Thanks, Ron Lane. So we have one. It was mentioned. I think it was a request. Somebody requested. Do you know what it is? Because as soon as you get it out there, it's not the sound of music. No. The hills are alive with the sound of music. What else? We will rock you. Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday, Jeff. Crazy was another one. Thanks for the happy return, says Jeff Sussex. Good old Jeff in Sussex there. Jeff Sussex, happy birthday to you. And I hope that cake was really nice. And I'm glad you shared it with us, at least a picture of it.
Hippo birthday.
Julia looks like one of those music producers holding the headphone to her ear. Yes, okay, I've got it there, boy. Okay, nobody's guessing. Nobody's guessing the song that we've got lined up. So
What about Moonlight Sonata?
Moonlight Sonata. How does that go?
I can't remember.
Moonlight Sonata by Mozart, isn't it? Mozart's Moonlight Sonata. I know Moonlight Sonata. I know that one. I used to be able to play it on it. So it's sort of very slow. Somnolulu. I can hear it in my head, but who can sing it? Who can sing what's in my head?
I don't think anyone can.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay, let's see if you can guess what it is from listening to it. This is Raymond, ladies and gentlemen. Raymond Laws with his mystery song. That's not him. This one's him.
There were some requests for a bit of Acapulco, and this is a famous Acapulco song, which is Stranger on the Shore. Then we've got a bit of clarinet. Quite a nice sound, isn't it? And a bit of a backing style, which is called swing ballad. Goes a bit like this.
There we go. Stranger on the floor after he'd been knocked out by a big, hefty bulldog. No, Acapulco, a stranger on the shore. There you go. And apparently somebody had requested it, and there we are. We played it. And then what happens? Nobody knew. But thank you so much, Ray. Ray has promised faithfully. Friday night is music night, and he is going to, for the next 12 years, he has signed a contract with us to produce original music that other people have played, and he's going to do I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's really nice. Thank you so much, Raymond. That we love it, and there's somebody said it's so relaxing, and so never mind your prefabricated cannabis, whatever it's called, just a bit of Acapulco there will put you to sleep. La 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 la. That's lovely. Not my singing, of course. That's not quite so lovely. But I don't know how expensive that machine is, but it would be fantastic to have something like that just live, wouldn't it? If only one had that talent to be able to just go and do jingles live, or to do, now it's time for a little bit of old time rag, and you suddenly just start playing something. It'd be fantastic. I'd love to be able to do that.
Apparently it's inspiring John B to get his spoons out.
Oh, good. Yes, about time the crockery was cleaned
Triangle,
up.
anyone?
Yes, please. Is that Dairy Lee?
Or the big green one?
The big green...
Quality Street?
Oh, Quality Street. Oh, yes, that's right. Triangular... or Toblerone. How many triangular pieces of food can you name? Well, we've named 3.
Samosa.
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 Yeah, I believe Edge Cutler worked for Acker Bilk. Who's Edge Cutler? Adage Cutler? They've got some very odd names, haven't they? Acker, is that his real name? Acker. I named this child Acker Bilk. Yeah. Dairy Lee Triangle, yeah, absolutely. Sean James Cameron says Glenn Miller was on the TV show Stars in Your Eyes. He went up the steps and through the smoke and never returned. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people did that. Who was the actor that did the same? He got in an aeroplane and never came back. Oh dear, famous actor who played Pimpin'
Hash browns.
Hash browns.
Doritos,
yes, very good. Here we go. Triangular food, posh sandwiches.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought the phone was ringing. It stopped. I taught a kid called Washington Churchill once. What did you teach him? Washington Churchill. Doritos. Buddy Holly. He wasn't triangular. Leslie Banks. Oh, these are people. Oh, sorry. Yes, I lost my train.
Got in a plane and just
yes,
not,
I was thinking of
back.
Leslie Howard actually, but you're quite right. Buddy Holly died in a plane crash, didn't he? Lots of people died in plane crashes. Leslie
She
Banks.
wasn't an actress, but there was Amelia Earhart.
Did she die
Got
in a
in
plane
a
crash?
plane and it disappeared. Well, we think she probably did.
I taught him nice manners, says Bonnie H. Yes, I treated a girl to Anna Hamburger. Oh, you
Treated a girl called Anna Hamburger.
Oh, what did you treat her to? That's what I want to know. Anna Hamburger.
Oh yes, Patsy Cline died in an air crash.
Oh, blimey. Big
Yeah, I
Bopper.
remember.
Who's Big Bopper? Oh, that's not a person. I'm getting confused now with the triangular chocolate and the people who died in the...
Oh, Alia.
Who?
Alia.
Aaliyah.
A more modern. Was she an R&B singer? I can't remember.
Richie Valens. I don't know that name. Who's Richie Valens? Now, is that chocolate? Triangular chocolate? Or is that a person who died in a members of the Lynyrd Skynyrd? What?
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Whatever that is. I'm showing my ignorance. Big Bopper was... Oh, Big Bopper were on the same plane. I see. Big Bopper was a person. I thought Big Bopper was some triangular food. Big Bopper, oh my God. Buddy Holly, the day that music died. Bopper and Valleys.
The day that music died.
Is that one of
And
Buddy
we were
Holly's
singing. No.
songs? Who is that? The American Pie?
Yeah.
He sold it to the levy.
What?
The levy, and the levy was he
drove the Chevy to the levee. The levee is a waterhole, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like because I always when I
But
was
the
a
levee
kid,
was dry.
I always thought he was singing. He drove it to the lavvy, thinking of the
Oh, I see.
lavatory. I used to think, what is that about? I mean, that's a funny thing is that songs that you've always got you misheard the lyrics.
Yeah.
Have you got any?
Songs where you've misheard the lyrics.
And then you realise later you've been singing the wrong lyrics to songs. And then you realise how embarrassing that suddenly is because you go, oh, what is it? What's the song? Climb Every Mountain, is it? Or Climb Every Woman?
It's definitely Climb Every Mountain.
Okay, because I always used to hear it as Climb, or I'm Every, which is I'm Every Woman? Or I'm Every Mountain?
I'm every woman. It's all in me. That was a Whitney Houston.
I get music. I find very difficult to understand because I don't always understand the lyrics. It's like poetry. I'm very much a black and white person. We can't go to the minstrels. What?
Colonel Craig Ratty informs me reliably that the levee is an American term for a drain ditch.
Yes, yes. Why would you drive your Chevy to the levee?
Yeah.
Chaka Khan. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what these are.
Linda Kane says Bohemian Rhapsody, sausages, where it says monstrosities apparently.
Oh, monstrosities.
Kerry Baldwin, I'm begging you for birdseed, which is supposed to be I'm begging you for mercy by Duffy.
Ah, yes, good one.
Funny. There's loads in pop music that I've had wrong lyrics in my head for, but I can't remember any of those.
No.
But as a child, when I was learning, to sing in rounds and stuff with my mum, we were doing Kookaburra. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. I used to think it was love, Kookaburra, love, but it's just laugh. But that's hardly embarrassing, that one. Pointless.
No,
Sorry
well,
about
it doesn't have to be embarrassing. Oh, Chaka Khan, I'm every woman. I always used to think that climb every mountain. No,
that. Oh yeah, Shaka Khan.
I'm every. Yeah, I can't remember what I used to think it was now. I got confused.
Yeah, Shaka Khan is the original, but I do think Whitney Houston covered it.
Right.
It sounds like the sort of thing she'd cover.
Jeff says, last night I dreamt of potatoes, Madonna. What's the original?
I can't remember.
Oh. The car in the race scene was Grease in the Leaves, wasn't it?
The car race scene in Greece was in a levee. Oh, yes. And Fast and the Furious have a rate, the first one had a big, long chase through a levee, I think.
Michael Jackson, your burgers are the best. Your burdens I will bear. Constant craving sounds like I can't stand gravy. That's it. The problem is me asking this is stupid, really, because I just can't recognise the lyrics of real songs. I'm relying on the lovely Julia to do that. Last night, ADJ saved my life. Yeah, I think it's all going over our heads now, isn't it?
Last night, DJ saved my life.
Oh, you knew what it was.
From a broken heart. Yeah, I know the song.
Oh, okay. We're going to go into the art gallery now, ladies and gentlemen.
We built the city on sausage rolls.
We
built this city on sausage rolls.
And what's the proper version?
Rock and roll. We built the city on rock and roll.
Oh, right. Sausage rolls, rock and rolls.
Yeah.
Jolly good. We're going in the art gallery. And in the art gallery today, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Dance has sent us an email as well as some pictures. And he says, "Hi, Richard. I've not done much art lately, but I have managed to do a few of my usual type of ink and ink wash sketches." Very good. "I've had an attempt at a bit of macro art, which is the strawberry done in coloured pencils. P.S. I've not received the book, The £2 Tram, yet. Once I've had another little read of this gem, I'll forward it on to you." All right, okay, that's something else. P.S. Your show is the best thing since sliced bread. P.S. I'm sending you £1 million. If you don't get it, please come round and beat me up. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to read that bit out. Let's have a look at some of the art that he has sent over to us. And this is the first one, which looks very lovely. It's like a castle. I wonder if it's an actual place or whether it is made up. It looks good, though, doesn't it, Julia?
It does. I like it. I like it a lot.
Very nice. I like the snug and cosy rocket at the back there with a special extra thruster here. Very good.
Yeah.
I wish I could draw like that. I really do.
It's like one of those fantasy castles, almost a Disney castle, isn't it?
This is a tree with some branches lopped off, which is much easier to draw if you lop the branches off.
And a barbed wire fence.
Absolutely, yes. And
Very nice.
just off on the right was a big hairy dragon. You can't see that, but it's
Hairy dragon. Wow.
And this is the macro art with the strawberry in red crayon or red something or other. He said, I can't remember what he said now. I did read it, but I got memory like a sieve.
It looks kind of crayony.
Yeah, it's nice though. Very good. It's got the
Very,
right
very nice.
proportions, and it looks luscious and it looks ready to eat.
Fancy some strawberries now. Ooh, look at this one. Very nice.
Very nice. Sorry, I'm just yawning now. Not because I'm bored. Again, is it a real place or is it made up? And if it isn't, where is it?
It looks too good to be true. It does, though, doesn't it?
Very nice. We want to
Very
know where it
fancy.
is. Is it the Sewage Castle, says Sean James Cameron, yeah. Sleeping Beauty Castle. That's true. It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
And Sean Ford says, "I knew I'd see a strawberry tonight." Very nice. Super duper.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you very much. If anybody wants to send in some art to the old Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Shobi, then please do.
Who did you say sent those ones?
They were from Ian Dance.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you very much. David Vad says the portcullis looks angry. Does it? Angry? Let's have another look at the portcullis. I've got to find where there it is. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. What? Because of with the two eyes and then sort of like
angular downward pointing.
Very good, very good. He's
angry portcullis.
He's quick off the mark, isn't he, old Dave Vad? Very nice. Rapunzel's castle. Is it Rapunzel's? I can smell my currant buns, says Bonnie H. Is that a euphemism? Go and wash. What? No. Oh yeah, she's doing hot cross buns. 1 a penny,
Yes.
2 a penny, hot cross buns.
Someone said, didn't you say you had bread in the oven? But
Yes,
I
did.
That was. Oh, you do?
No, I did
No,
say
but
I did
your
say
reminder
that.
for last time.
Yeah, I was reminding myself last time, if you remember, and it was very nice. I still got a little bit of it left. I do eat quite a lot of my own homemade bread. I do enjoy it. So that's it. Have we got through everything? We've got Mark Burgess's Easter egg photos, Ian Dance's art, Bonnie's quiz. We've had Acker-Bilk. We've had Richard McGowan's walking in the with the nice scenery and stuff, and Bernie's Sewage Castle. If anybody wants to give us a tinkle before the end of the show and wish us happy Easter, that would be absolutely fantabadoozy. Give us a call. 0793 474 6790 is the number. And you could be the last person to speak to us before Easter. How about that? There's a challenge. Who's it going to be? We will accept the first call, and the switchboard is going mad. The lights are blinking over there. I can see Miss Secretary person, or it might be a man. It's difficult. Is it Eric? Here we go. We'll find out who it is. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. Who's that?
It's Colonel Cragratty.
Hello, Colonel Cragratty. How the devil are you down there in Fareham Way?
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. You were just saying about getting out and doing stuff, etc.
Yes.
I'm off to Darkest Dartmoor in the middle of May. Off to do some climbing. So I'll just have to hope that I can remember how to do it.
I think it's one hand up, another hand up, one leg up, the other leg up.
I think it's probably more important is I hope my belayer remembers how to belay me if I come off.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Don't forget to put the trampoline at the bottom and use bungee ropes. That sounds really nice. And I hope the weather is good for you. Where did you say on Dartmoor?
Yes, we use a campsite near Tavistock called Langston Manor. It's quite posh. It's a family campsite, but I've been going there for about 25 years now each year, and they know us. There's 14 of us going.
Wow!
And so we'll be camping down there and.
So you climbing the Tors?
Yes, there's the main ones we climb on are Hay Tor and Hound Tor.
Oh, Hound Tor, yeah.
Hay Tor is very well known because it's right on the edge of Dartmoor, and so it's the first place all the coaches and all the tourists get to.
Oh, I know. Is that on the let me think, the west side?
Yes, west side. No, east side.
Oh, is it on the east side?
Yeah.
Never reached Redway. Oh, okay.
We actually our campsite's on the west side, so we normally, if we go there, we call there either on the way in or on the way out, on the way home. But,
do you go past that every time I've gone down past Dartmoor on the side, I must go on the west side then, on the sort of Devon, on the furthest.
Can
you go past the old pub, that pub that's like the Highwayman or the Pirate, or I can't remember what it's called now, and it's all decked out I'm sure it's highway themed.
No, don't know.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we would to drive down there. We go down past Exeter, and then you cut across the top of Dartmoor, and then cut down towards Tavistock, and the campsite's near Tavistock, right on the western side. But the other places we climb are Sheep's Tour, which is one of the larger tours, and the main area is down towards Plymouth, and it's Jewelstone Rocks, and it's a river valley. So you've got rock faces in this river valley, which are about a couple of 100 foot high. So it's
Oh, right.
long climbs, multi-pitch climbing.
Yeah.
So very, very nice.
And when you say multi-pitch, do you mean staying overnight in them?
No. What you do is if you've got a rope which is 50 meters long, so you can only climb, just under 50 meters before you run out of rope.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I
if
see.
you've got a climb that's, say, 200 meters, then you climb your 40 or 50 meters and you stop, you tie yourself in, and then you bring your belayer up on the rope until he gets to you, and then one of you will tie yourself in, and then the lead climber will then climb the next pitch and the next pitch. So you sort of leapfrog up the rock face in stages.
And can you take with you a little stove and a mug and boil up a cup of tea?
Well, you could do, but I mean, most of the multi-pitch climbs are either 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 pitches, so it might take you half an hour to climb them, and then you just come back down again. So no, you wouldn't bother to haul. It's not like mountaineering. If you're climbing, you only climb with your climbing gear. You're not going to be climbing with anything else.
No, I just thought all that effort, you might want to have a cup of tea and a fry up whilst you're there.
No, believe me, you don't want to be lugging anything else up apart from yourself. There are times, not very often, where you might climb with your rucksack and a pair of shoes, so that when you get to the top, you can walk on and carry on to another crag or something. But usually, you just climb up and then climb back down again, or uphill back down again.
Yeah, gosh, that's amazing. Well,
I was just wondering also whether Eric's all right, because somebody was making a comment about the fact that he wondered if Eric had an Easter egg from you. But I said to him that as he's always asking for a little bit of everything, I wasn't quite sure if you got him an Easter egg or not.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing, really, because he's peering up at me as we speak, and I don't like to tell him, exactly what goes on up here, because I don't want him to get jealous, the other man's grass and all that. He loves it down there. Isn't that right, Eric?
That's right, sir. I love it down here, sir.
And you normally get something from me at Easter, don't you?
Yeah, I get something, sir.
And he's very thankful.
It's very confusing because I'm looking at the screen with the sound off, and your picture is about 10 seconds behind what you're saying. So.
Yes, it will be, because it's complicated technology. It has to go all the way up to goes up to YouTube, and then they do something, and then they spit it out. So we're having a real time conversation, but the end result is a few seconds later.
Yeah, it plays with the head.
Julia, can you hear the phone calls?
Very, 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 very faintly.
Oh, I wonder why that is. Because I thought we'd cracked it.
Yeah, I thought we had too. But
it must be the headphones.
Sadly not. Sorry, Pete. I can't really interact very much. Sorry.
Can you hear Julia?
Yes, very clearly. Yes.
Oh, right.
I'll never.
I wonder why. Well, I'll have to have another rummage around over the weekend.
It's lovely to hear your voice, Peter, even though it sounds like you're a borrower.
I'm down a cave somewhere.
Yeah. Have you ever done that? Have you done the reverse side of of climbing? Have you done potholing?
Absolutely not. I can't think of anything worse than crawling down a muddy, wet, dark hole and with the fear of being either washed away or stuck in the dark and the cold. No, absolutely not. I mean, I had walked down caves where tourists go down, but the idea of scrambling down a muddy ditch doesn't appeal at all.
No, you'd rather just go vertically up 200 or 300 feet. Yeah.
Well, at least if you're outside and something goes horribly wrong, you can usually escape from it. If you go down a muddy cave, excuse me, a muddy hole, and the tide comes, or the water comes up, or you get stuck, or you injure yourself, you've got to get international rescue to get you out, haven't you?
Yes, that's true, and it's very difficult getting puppets into holes because the strings just won't go through there. Whereas on a mountain edge, there's nothing to obscure the strings. So you're quite right. It's been lovely talking to you. You've taken us up to the end of the show. Thank you so much.
That's all right, mate.
Lovely to talk to you, and we're hoping to get down to see you fairly soon.
You'd be more than welcome. You and Julia could more than welcome to come down and have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, and I can we can take you round to all the places that Julia knows.
Yeah, there you go. I was just thinking about your house. I imagine your kitchen is probably up on the roof, is it? And you have a little rope ladder to get up and down there. Home from home. Brilliant stuff.
Yes.
Look after yourself, Colonel Cragratty. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You take
Cheers.
care.
Bye for
Bye-bye.
now. Bye.
There we go. That was Pete, otherwise known as Colonel Cragratty. Before we go, Jeff Harrison, not to be undone by other Jeff Sussex's cake. He says, "These are my 2 cakes my sister made for my 60th, which is what I used to drive at work." Anyone guess what it is? Here it is. No need to guess.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And that's the other one. They are class, aren't they, as cakes?
How
and
amazing
magic.
is that?
I need to get, his sister? I need to get your sister to make a little studio microphone or something that I can gobble up on when my birthday's not around for ages now, another 5 years, I think, before my next birthday. So that's pretty good. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jeff. That was lovely. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to the end of the show.
Before we go, would you like to do a quick thumbnail photo?
Oh, yes. Let's do a quick thumbnail photo.
Should we ditch the headphones?
Yes, ditch the headphones. And
you.
And me?
Yeah, the headphones.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Hang on a minute. Well, that's the only way I can hear you. Just bear with me 1 second because I want to see if we're going to do that, if I can take off that, will just be a bit easier. What are you going to do? Now there's a phone call. Hello, welcome to the Vobes show. Very nice to hear your voice, whoever you are. Oh, you've gone. So there we go. That was that. Very not so nice to hear your voice.
Hello, bye-bye.
Hello, goodbye. And ladies and gentlemen, so thank you so much. It's been absolutely lovely to have you on Good Friday. Good grief, we are at the end of the show. I hope you have a good Easter. Thank you so much. And it's been lovely. We've enjoyed every last moment of it. Poor old Julia with her hanging headphone off. We'll organise a new pair of headphones for you. Don't forget, if you enjoy the show and you want to show your support, do bake us a cake. Or you can go over to the Board Explorer and make a donation. That would be absolutely very nice. Thank you very much. But in the meantime...
By the way,
yes.
I think we may need to do some Vobes show mugs and T-shirts and stuff at some point.
I think we should be selling some merchandise of our own. Absolutely, which would be good.
Cool.
Thank you to Judith for moderating out there. Thanks for all the contributors who sent in the stuff and the phone calls. Thank you for typing. And thanks for everything. So until next time.
And thank you, Richard, for putting it all together.
Oh, my pleasure. What else would I do with my life? I'm afraid it's too late for the call. We've got to go. Till next time. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.